Hello, good morning, Minarets students. Dr. Ching here. Hey, I hope you had a restful break. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, wonderful New Year's. So we're kicking off the school year, semester, I should say, and we're kicking off a brand new year. So it's very exciting times. Um, with the start of a new year, with the start of a new semester, comes a great opportunity to reflect. And I encourage teachers and staff to do the same. I always do that myself. That's part of my process as a leader, as a person, as a husband, as a father. It's really important to take those kind of natural new beginnings that we have within the year and really evaluate, okay, what kind of progress have we made and what do we want to do moving forward? So with that, we have some challenges that I'm going to present to you and some goal setting challenges, and I want you to document those. But before we do that, I just want to give you a few updates as it relates to the semester and the school. So first of all, you know that we are still in this distance learning, COVID-19 shelter in place mode. It has been difficult, and we know that. You students, I can honestly say that you have performed and you have engaged on a level that most schools haven't, and you have done an incredible job. You know, you always hear me talk about go big, go pro, go now, a spirit that cannot be broken, but I don't think I've truly grasped how excellent you are at that until this last, 9-month period with COVID-19. So I want to commend you and I want to thank you for all your continued efforts. What has to motivate us is, number one, we got to be self-starters. We got to be lifelong learners, and that's got to push us. So beyond high school, you want to be successful, and you do that by always looking for opportunities to improve yourself and to learn at every turn. Not because a teacher tells you to, not because parents tell you to, or not because society tells you to, but because that's the best way to live. You can accomplish great things that way. You can do great things in serving other people. And you can have a really fulfilled life because you're pushing yourself. So that is a big reason to move that forward. Okay? And then the second thing is, but we also have the motivation of things to come, the hope of things to come. So we know that eventually we will be able to come back to school. Eventually we will be able to engage in some of the more social, physical things that we enjoy so much. And that time will come. So it's really important to, as they say, sharpen the stone, keep it sharp, keep moving forward. That way, when those opportunities do open up, we haven't lagged, we haven't stopped, we've kept going, and we can take that by the horns, take the bull by the horns, and move forward in that direction. So we don't want to skip any beats as far as that concerned. But those are reasons why we got to keep going. We got to keep pushing ourselves. So I want to thank you again. Great job. Here we are at semester 2. So we begin in January and we wrap up in June. So we have a couple breaks in between here. We have spring break and February break. Have actually a break in a couple Mondays coming up. So some opportunities to take some time off as well. But we have to make sure that every minute in our WebEx classes and every minute of the assignments that are assigned, we take advantage of those to continue to learn. Now, the second semester will follow the same schedule Tuesday through Friday. So you will have your odd and even WebEx classes at those times. The difference this semester is Mondays are going to take on a whole new shape. And we've changed it because we think that this is a better fit for our students and for our teachers. So on Mondays, you're actually going to do a short day like you kind of would when you come in person, except it will be even shorter. And we'll rotate it odd and even. So it's coming up Monday. You're going to have a an even day on the Monday. That means you'll have classes 2, 4, 6, and 8. But very short classes, 20 to 25-minute classes. This is a check-in with your even period teachers. Those teachers are going to kind of go through what you can look ahead to, what you learned before. It's just a check-in, a little bit of discussion. You get your participation. It is required. You get your points for being there. You get your attendance there. And you're actually done with those check-ins by lunchtime. At lunchtime, basically, there could be assignments from other classes that you could work on. Your teachers will give you instructions on how to do that. More information will come. I will share that schedule with everybody and will repeatedly send it out so you guys don't get mixed up. There'll be a little grace period as we get adjusted, but we think this is a better way to keep our students plugged in, engaged, moving forward, contacting their teachers, and being productive. So there's that. Okay, so those are some logistical things. Other things are, of course, with COVID-19, we'll let you guys know as soon as any changes happen for in-person learning. You'll be the first to know, you and your parents. That right now is not in the cards. We are going to continue in distance learning for now. So let's make it the best that we can. Outside of that, I want to end with, well, in this segment, with some goal setting. So here's my challenge. I want you to come up with an academic goal. Okay, this is the first thing. And then the second thing is I want you to come up with a personal goal. So you're going to see some videos after this that relate to motivation, that relate to focusing, improving. But I want you to make these goals kind of along the lines of that thinking. First, with the academic goal. You're going to fill this out in the form that follows this video and all the other videos. I want you to give me an academic goal. These goals could be centered around, I guess they could be grades, but we really want it to be specific. So, for example, my academic goal for the spring semester could be, I want to improve my writing skill across all my classes. So you could reflect on that, by looking back and seeing what kind of grade you got on the writing, having your friends look at it, read it for you, maybe posting it publicly in a blog or something like that. We want you, with that one academic goal, the other question that I have in the box is, how are you going to determine if you've reached that goal or are you reaching that goal? The second one is a personal one. And this should be geared towards something you enjoy or something you want to improve upon. So maybe it's playing the guitar. Maybe your goal for the spring semester on your personal time would be to learn 5 new songs. That would be easy to measure, because the other question I'm going to ask for that one is, how do you determine if you're reaching that goal? And you could say, well, I play the 5 songs for my mom and dad or my grandma and grandpa. That's how I determine if I've learned them. So I want you to do those 2 things. And then the third thing is, with all the craziness that's happened, I want you to tell me, what have you learned from being a teenager during this tumultuous time, during COVID, during some of the obstacles you've faced? What have you learned that'll make you a more successful person during distance learning? Think about that. I want you guys to really reflect and think about these things, and I want you to share your thoughts with us following that. So following this video, you're going to get a link to some other things that we want you to do for your learning today. This is self-paced, but we want you to take the time to really reflect, write it out, think it through thoroughly, and let's start off the semester really well. All right, everybody. Talk to you soon. Thanks. Oh, wait, I forgot. Go big, go pro, go now. Go Mustangs.